It's Ruby. How are you doing? I'm super excited to be here for you today for your Twin Flame spread for October. It's your turn, Aries. So as I was sitting down tapping into the energy, I usually get prepared before I start my readings, so I don't necessarily do meditations and stuff like that ahead of time. I kind of get myself in the headspace prior to starting with the cards. And at that time, sometimes I get messages as I'm doing my meditations and everything. For you, still a little story time. So when I was in high school, I'm a Gen Xer, so I graduated high school in the 90s. And there's a fly. That's not an orb, just so you know. There's a fly in here today. And I was a cheerleader. I was an athlete. I played volleyball. And I was recruited into cheerleading because my high school did stunt cheerleading. And they needed strong people to be the base, the people at the bottom that like throw the cheerleaders up in the air. So I ended up becoming a base. At that time, I was very athletic. And I took on to it really easily, but it was more difficult than my sport that I was in, the one that I was in. But we did these routines. And so we had music to the routines that we did our stunts to. And so it was making me laugh today because the song that I got for your energy today, Aries, is the Final Countdown, which is a song that we actually did for my stunt cheerleading team. And I don't know if you know the song, but the music is really catchy, and so it goes and it's like the final countdown. So I'm sure you know what song I'm talking about now, but I had to do that really bad version of it because I wanted to remind you what it actually sounded like. But but for your energy, that's what I was getting. And then I know some of the lyrics are like something about going to Venus and something about will it ever be the same? So that lyric, well, what is Venus, guys? That's Empress energy. They're going to Venus, and will things ever be the same? So it's the final countdown, Aries. So let's go ahead and get into it for you. So this round, I'm pulling a couple tea leaves with each of the signs. So we'll start with that. And one flew out right away, immediately. Oh, there we go. All right. Frying pan, trouble and accusations. Okay. Frying pan. Vine, seek out information that will help you. That vine card always looks like a long and winding path. Oftentimes I will get that as path energy. Like when I do my private readings, I've had that happen a couple times, coming in as path energy. But right now it looks like something that's like wrapping itself around this divine masculine, like wrapping itself around. There's a card, and it's reminding me of that snake in the After Tarot. There is a card. We'll see if it comes out today, but it's actually the Seven of Cups energy from the After Tarot, where there's a snake wrapping itself around someone who, so the After Tarot, remember, it's a few minutes after the original Rider-Waite card was supposedly taking place. So in the original one, the Seven of Cups has all the different cups with all the different choices, and it has someone kind of looking at it, trying to figure out which choice they want to make. In the After Tarot, and it can be about confusion, and it can be about, you know, these cards can have a bunch of different meanings, and it kind of depends on how you're reading it at that time and the other cards that are around it. But it can also be about fantasy, illusions, hallucinations. It can be about dreams. It can be about a lot of different things. But it's about having all these options and choices. And in the after tarot, the Seven of Cups is someone who chose something that looked really good. It was like a cup that looked like it had jewels or something in it. But there's a snake coming up behind that person, wrapping itself around them from behind where they don't see it. Like the choice was the wrong decision. And that's what I'm getting with that vine energy right now. Okay. That's kind of creepy, Aries. What is this? Give me a little bit more. Fantasyland, you guys. The confirmations I've been getting this week are insane. Fantasyland, Seven of Cups. Fantasy, delusion, confusion, a choice that was wrong. So Spirit is, again, confirming almost immediately what I'm saying. And then underneath we have thrive and believe, embrace growth and trust and promise, keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment. So like I had said, this often is about a path, but I was seeing it as a snake. But it will become the path ahead. Once the snake is disengaged, it's like a boa constrictor. Once that boa constrictor is tightening, it's almost like to get out from under it is so much more difficult. So it's going to be a challenge, them getting themselves out of that energy. Okay, and then how are they showing up? So these are the character cards. How are they showing up for you, Aries? Okay, so we got Chef again. We got that. I think it might have been for Aquarius. You can go back and check. So if this reading resonates for you, it could be relevant. So culinary maestro, cooking, culinary artistry, seasoning, and proficiency. Okay, so this is someone who is letting something simmer, letting something work itself out maybe. But let's go ahead and get an overall card. Let's get an overall card here for you, Aries. Tarot. Can't believe that Fantasyland card came out. It's a final countdown. Something's getting ready to happen. Queen of Wands. This is the snake. Yep. This is the snake. Now, Aries, I know you're a Queen of Wands, but that is not what I was just told by my guides when I pulled the card. So I have to go with my gut. This is not about you. This is about another person who they involve themselves with. Yep. Five of Swords here. Bad behavior. Someone who is manipulative. Someone who lived in a facade. There's trouble and there's accusations associated with this feminine energy. Whoever this person is in their life, this does not have to be a romantic person. It can be. It can be, but it does not have to be. This could be a coworker. This could be a boss. This could be a sister. This could be anyone. Okay, so let's get the energy. Two of Cups. Hermit. Trying to move these out of the glare. Seven of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Knight of Swords. King of Pentacles. World. Ten of Wands. Queen of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And then underneath this, so this underneath energy, this that you don't see, this snake, this manipulation. All right. We have, let me move these over here. Five of Swords, Two of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Sun and Star, and with the Emperor. Wow, an Ace of Pentacles. They want me to just keep going and tell a whole story about this, apparently. So, thrive and believe, embracing growth and trusting and promise. Keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment. Now, the reason why I'm looking at that again is because the top of the card has another message. And a lot of times what I get from my guides is where they'll show me like past present kind of energy. It's like before they're sitting and thriving and believing, but they're actually planting the seed of potential here with that Ace of Pentacles card that just came out. And this one says plant the seed of potential and nurture its sprouting promise with your attention and care. That wasn't happening before, but things are changing now because they're starting to embrace this growth. But what you don't see with what's actually happening in the energy is that we have somebody who is dealing with mind games about a decision that they were going to make. And they're being trapped in guilt. I believe it's out of guilt to give to somebody in order to become single. Like, so an example would be your divine masculine tells this other feminine energy, look, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore, and they're married, right? They would have to give money or whatever, but what's happening is this feminine energy is trying to trap them and keep them at the edge of this decision by saying, I need this, I need that. And then, the next week, but if you leave, what'll happen to this thing and that thing and this other thing we were building together? And I'm going to need more money for this. And suddenly one of the kids becomes randomly sick or needs to have a surgery or something like that they need to stay for that. And it's like, they see you as taking care of yourself and being their wishes, the sun and the stars. You're like their everything. You're like their wish and hope. But it's like they're having to deal with trouble and accusations and manipulation from bad behavior of whatever sort it is in you guys' situation. And I can pull a card on it and see, if we want to get a little bit more specific. But it's like the information that they're seeking or have found has dropped the facade of this fantasy land energy. And they're bringing something in that's tangible with you. The actual seed of potential is coming in and manifesting in for you, Aries. And this divine masculine, if you're cross-watching, this is obviously the Emperor, who is Aries energy. And he is bringing in that Ace of Pentacles, whether it's a feminine or masculine energy. That's my divine masculine card. And it's eclipsing this Queen of Wands, what they're trying to do behind the scenes. And, I can't pretend to understand why somebody would do something like this, but when you get Queen of Wands behind that kind of an energy of fantasy land and manipulation with this Five of Swords and, mind games and doing things like that, a lot of times it has to do with the root being their own self-esteem issues kind of behind it. Because the Queen of Wands in her darker energy can be somebody who at their core feels that they need to manipulate in order to get what they want, and they try to do it out of force versus allowing something real to be there. They would rather manipulate and keep the fantasy there because they are able to get their needs met, and they don't really care how that happens. But this divine masculine is seeing past the illusion now. Now they chose the wrong cup with that Seven of Cups, but now it's starting to change. You're in hermit energy, and you're looking at what you really want to invest in here, because you're really wanting something that's true reciprocity, something that can be a true investment. And you're facing away from this Two of Cups, because if you're sitting in the hermit energy, this hermit is looking at the Seven of Pentacles. They're looking at like, was this crop that I invested in, was this crop that I planted with the divine masculine, is that something that's actually going to bear fruit for me? Because you're probably not in contact. There goes my earring. You're probably not in contact. This is what I talk about. I don't really like to edit that much unless I actually have to do it. So if I can't fit this back in, I'm just going to go without. Okay. So you're probably not in contact. But you're seeing that you want to invest in something that's going to give back. I think that in the past you were over-giving to this person, and so you're like, basically like, if this isn't going to be reciprocal, then I need to move to fertile ground. The divine masculine's energy is Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles. They're realizing you're their wish fulfillment, and they're actually feeling a lot of rage at the fact that this was like ripped away from them because somebody was playing with them, was toying with them, was doing things. And they could have even known that it was happening, but they felt powerless. And so now it's like this is like wanting to just cut this out, like being forced to being stuck. They want to give you that stability. So I think that this was somebody that was put on the defensive by this other person. Between the two of you, we have World, Ten of Wands, Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So this is ending regardless because the burden is too much. This chapter is successfully closing due to the burden of the way that things were between the two of you, and you are equally feeling that burden because this is in your combined energy. And you're looking directly at the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel is going to spin, probably due to, remember, we have the ability to make decisions with our free will that change our destiny, that like spin the wheel into motion and allow spirit to help guide the changes that need to be coming in. It's like it turns on, it pushes the lever for spirit to be able to come in and help. Yep, I'm getting a confirmation with the nose. Okay. So I want to get a couple clarifiers. First of all, what was this Five of Swords? I'm going to grab a what's the tea on what was this Five of Swords about? Something about trouble and accusations and them needing to seek out information that will help. I'm just going to take the one that was on the top. Ego. Ego getting in the way of a relationship. Okay. And what else? No facts. So there's that Queen of Wands. So making stuff up and lying, trouble and accusations. So this feminine energy, look how they both have the dark hair. Not that this feminine has to, but they're showing me that's the same person, right? They were making stuff up about this divine masculine. And that'll be different for everybody, but they were making stuff up with no facts, and they were just accusing them. All right. And let's get I'm asking what this Wheel of Fortune is about. Happiness is simple. Find joy in life's small wonders, for they hold the key to a fulfilling and contented heart. Yeah. Seeing through the fantasy land. You have shown them your love in a very simple but real way. And energy doesn't lie. Energy doesn't lie. And I think, Divine Feminine, not only Have you loved them in a very simple, honest, straightforward way with an open heart and giving of your heart? But you also were very clear in who you were, and you showed them that consistency, and you, they're saying, were very classy. That's the word I got, classy, with the way that you handled yourself. And so they're seeing that they would have a fulfilled and content heart with you. In terms of timing, we have Knight of Swords. It's fast energy. Fast energy. We're talking approximately a week to 2 weeks here. Oh, no, wait. That's Wands. Okay, I would say between a day and a week then. Well, we'll stick to a day and a week. Something is going to be realized about what their wish fulfillment is. Okay? They just told me to look on the bottom, 5 of Wands. So Spirit wants to talk about this conflict and competition. Yep. All right. 5 of Wands, Magician, Death, 2 of Pentacles. What's going on behind the scenes is exactly what I talked about. There's competition and conflict about somebody being manipulative about an ending. And they're trying to figure out, this divine masculine is trying to figure out what to do. And it's keeping them in a state of juggling so that they're not able to fully concentrate on their needs, on what they actually want. It's like keeping someone off kilter so that they can't ground themselves enough to make a decision. 9 of Cups, again, 9 of Cups in their energy. Chariot. This is what Spirit wants to say. 4 of Pentacles, World. 6 of Wands. Well, this is certainly going to be victorious. But they have to hold themselves back and hold their offer in until that big chapter has closed between the two of you. But this is a lot of major arcana energy too with what we're seeing here. We have the World twice again. And the Chariot is all about having victory, but doing it through taking control of a situation, having control over yourself. And then that movement on that Chariot is very, very fast. So they could be feeling like they're held back. These Sphinxes are sitting stagnant still. They're pointing that out to me. And this guy is having to balance very carefully on one foot here. So it's like one wrong move and it could all come crashing down for them. They're having to hold back though until this chapter is over in order for them to have victory in the situation. And so it's one of those situations where you're going to be told something you don't like, which is you're going to have to be patient, even more patient than you already have been. And I know how frustrating that can be. They have someone that is actively trying to hold them back. Actively. And they may be doing so through finances with the 6 of Pentacles, like having to give to something and being trapped in having to give to something. But you're 9 of Pentacles. So you have your, like, 9 of Pentacles is like you're self-sufficient. You're doing things for yourself. You don't really need anyone to be happy. You just want them to be a part of their life. And that they're showing me there, that Emperor is coming in with that last pentacle. That's their wishes and hopes. That's their happiness. What do they want to say to you right now? The Lover's Oracle out. What do they want to say to you right now? Aries. Everyone wants you, and I fear that you will find someone better than me before I'm ready to be the person you deserve. Yeah, that's their fear. And I forgot to get blocks, so we'll get those in a minute. I daydream about the moment I could sweep you off your feet and embrace you with a kiss. That's what I keep saying. I'm feeling energy of you still needing to be patient while they do this. I feel your energy all around me and cannot help but hope that you feel my energy around you too. Yeah. This is definitely no contact. So let's get a couple blocks really quick. What's a block here for this situation? What's the block here for this situation, Aries? It's starting to rain outside, so hopefully there won't be loud thunder or anything. It's a block. Okay. Raising consciousness, 8 of Swords. Okay. It's a special card for the Souls on Fire deck. I'm going to put the rest of these in here. Take the one left, Temperance. Man, Spirit sure does have you guys' back. This is about standing up for what you believe in, setting boundaries. They're needing to get up a lot of help from Spirit to be able to do this because... Sorry, it's the wind from the storm. The dogs are getting scared. But they're having to essentially spiritually up-level. And as you can see here with this 8 of Swords, it's the spiritual up-leveling that is going to help them rise above what's going on in their head that's keeping them from that. And Archangel Michael is actually here to be able to do that and help them through that. But it's a process, having to have that amount of faith. You know what I mean? That's why it's going to take some time, because Spirit needs to have that time to work with this person. Wow. Do you hear the rain? Yeah, this is intense. We did have that hurricane come through North Carolina where I live. And, but this is pretty strong and it's out of nowhere. So I can't help but think that there might be some relevance to your reading, Aries, okay? All right. So I'm going to grab some after tarot. Let's see if we get that 7 of Cups. Where are we going in the next 30 days? Now remember, they're having realizations really quickly right around now, in the next week or so, about all of this. But let's figure out where we're going in the next 30 days. I'm feeling a lot of cross-watcher energy on this one, Aries. And the rain is getting really bad. Hopefully we don't have a tornado or something. Okay, sorry about that, Aries. The rain is really, really strong and the wind is really, really strong. So my dogs are scared. I did put them in their kennel, so hopefully they'll be okay. But we got 8 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Strength, High Priestess, 2 of Wands, and Empress. Oh my goodness, what an amazing end to this reading. So there's going to be a storm that they're going to have to go through to get to you, Aries, but they're coming for you. This Emperor is bringing this into his Empress. It's coming in behind the scenes, and it's the last card that I got. So I'm feeling like it's going to come in more towards the end of the 30 days from whenever you're watching this video right now. We have fast movement forward about the decision that was being made and them being kept in a place of not being able to ground themselves in order to be able to make this decision. But it's you that helped them through that. And you helped them. This is the Empress holding the lion, right? And this lion is smiling in the after tarot, and this lion is feeling comforted by your energy, taming the masculine energy, right? And they were using their intuition and trusting in that intuition. That was the block. Remember, they had to trust the intuition and trust their guidance that they were getting in order to elevate themselves out of this. And that's what's starting to happen toward the end of the month. And that intuition is turning into a mutual decision about you. And there you are with them, making that together about what path that you want to take together, and also asking the universe for what you want together. So my recommendation would be that if this is something that you want to, Aries, that you consider what you're wanting before you guys have this conversation and before they come to you to discuss all of this. What are you going to need to see to show that this is going to be real? Because that's their intention, is to show you that it is. Okay? And they're telling me, trust in promise. Remember, embracing the growth of this relationship and allowing this to be a new seed. So don't consider that it's going to take off from the spot in which you left it. You might have to plant a new seed for growth and potential, and kind of have view this as starting over and a new start between the two of you. And allow them to show you step by step that this can be something between the two of you, because I do think that whatever happened before, whatever was going on behind the scenes, you guys have both been you guys are both ready to move forward, but I think that there has been some pain, whether it was inflicted but between the two of you or from outside parties. And you have both done the work to get past this fantasy land energy. But there's some trust that may need to be rebuilt, because if they did choose that Seven of Cups, the wrong cup, and they had that snake come in behind them, they didn't choose you. And just that alone is obviously damaging to you guys' relationship. So you're going to have to decide and use your own intuition about what you want. Think about it first. Think about it before that pull of that person comes into play, because that energetic pull can be very intoxicating, and you can feel very powerless to it when you're divine feminine, because there's nothing more delicious than your divine masculine's energy. So you got to be able to think with your head, okay? But you are the Empress. They see you as you are, and their perspective is starting to change. So please reach out to me if you're interested in a private reading. The information's in the description box. Also, please like, share, and subscribe, and support my channel in any way that you feel pulled to do so. And I really appreciate you. Please check out your other signs, and we'll see you next month.